In this episode, Rob and his brother Andrew from Gray Construction take on a hoarder house. Can they transform this dump into a work of art? The margins are tight and the stakes are high. Can they get it done? Welcome to Before and After. We're here in Paddington, an inner suburb set in the rolling hills of Brisbane, Queensland. Anyone looking for a vibrant lifestyle, this location boasts an impressive collection of local art and entertainment hotspots. Brisbane is famous for its distinctive Queenslander housing, and there's no shortage of them here in Paddington. In recent years, Paddington's become a desirable place to live, but you might want to reconsider if you live next to this pile of This house has clearly passed its sell-by date, and I'm not just talking about the housing market. Its prior owner resided here for years, collecting what can only be described as junk. Andrew's got his eye on it. Can he win Rob over?
So our agent Ben Wakely's given us a call, spoke to me first. He's got another house for us. It's going to be a challenge, it's a hoarder house, and we've heard there's a lot of rubbish we need to get rid of if we take this one on. So Rob's going to have to stick to the budget this time. We have been known to go over on some other projects, so if he doesn't stick to the budget, the profit's going to be gone. So that's going to be a big issue for me. We're going to have to move quick on this one because it's off market. If we want to take this, we're going to have to put an offer in today, which is going to put a bit of pressure on us. But I think we could get it for around 700. That's the goal anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I think let's just go in hard. We don't need it, but we do like it, so we can play ball. We got control.
All right, today's the day. We're going to go check out this hoarder house. Bit scared, don't really know what to expect. We've attacked something similar to this project recently. This one has a little bit more sloping blocks, so we have to sort of work out what the build's going to cost, check the the possible views, see how steep it is. Really looking forward to this one. Paddington is by far my favourite suburb in the whole of Brisbane. It is definitely one of the higher end suburbs. They want something between 7 and 800,000. I'm hoping at mid sevens. Really think there's a little bit of money left in it for us to make on top. So really going to push hard, might start at 700, see if they might creep us up a little bit, but I really want to get under that 750 mark. Let's see how we go.
Things have just got a whole lot worse, because every atom of this rotten pigsty comes with the house. The lads are in for a big shock.
So we just had a look at the house for the first time. So I've been in a lot of bad houses in my life, but that's without doubt the worst. Like, that was shocking.
Oh, I don't even want to go in the house. I just want to see the finished product, but that's really what's going to get me through. The start's going to be horrible, but I'll take it.
We think we can work with it. It's just a case of whether the owner's willing to come down to the price we're willing to pay. So I think we're going to chuck an offer in. Might chance their arm at 700, see what they say. I think they're going to come back pretty hard, but you don't know unless you ask.
Well, at least Andrew's feeling optimistic. Let's find out if they can strike a deal.
So we got the property, bit more than what we wanted to pay. Ended up paying 750, so we can still work with that. There might be a few areas we're going to have to cut back in. With the design, that's going to be key. We need to make sure we maximise the space. I guess the pool, we're going to have to watch out on that. If we spend about $1 million on the build, I think we're going to get around the 2 million mark, maybe slightly high if possible. The market's hot at the moment. Paddington's a sought after place, so I think we can do really well here if we can stick to the budget.
Paddington being a character area, the front is very heritage looking, which I'm not overly the biggest fan of the world in. So I would really looking forward to, at the back of the house, doing something really architectural that's going to stand out from everything else on the street.
Despite the challenge, these lads are raring to go.
We just started construction. We are having a bit of problems so far. We're really hitting rock, being on a hill. It is taking double as long as we expected. We've lifted the house in position, the footings and the slab are down. Next step is to send some guys upstairs and start pulling off the wall linings now the house is braced. We're really looking forward to seeing what we find. There's always surprises in these kind of houses.
Rob's love of architecture can send him overboard. Can Andrew rein him in and keep a tight hold on the budget?
So we've finalised the design now. Rob's gone through it with our architect. We've gone back and forwards a few times, but he's come up with a great design. As per usual, he said he's gone over budget. It's no surprise, actually. I thought this would happen, but it means we're going to have to scale back some of the finishes, which effectively comes out of my budget because that's what I look after. From the top side, it's going to look like a character house because it's in Paddington. That's all we can work with. We'll have to stick with that. But from the bottom, as it's 2-street frontage. It's ultra modern and it's going to surprise a lot of people. Like, it's something we haven't done before and it's going to look great.
The existing top level house, we're going to make it the master bedroom quarters. So master bedroom, huge walk-in robe, huge ensuite. The middle level will be your entry point, which will be your main living, your kitchen, dining and a guest bedroom. The pool went a bit out of budget. It was a bit hairy there. We had a glass window drawn in on plan to go in, but unfortunately with a little bit of variation with getting it out of the ground, I had to cut the glass out, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to put an infinity edge and it's still going to have the same appeal that I wanted. Let Andrew know about the extra costs. He's not overly happy. I've come up with a little bit of game plan of where we can save a little bit of cash, so I still think we'll be marginally over budget, but I still think it'll be fine.
Sounds like Rob's got it all worked out. Coming up, the house starts to take shape, but what's it gonna cost? Let's hope Andrew can keep his cool. Well, we're here in beautiful Paddington to watch the transformation of this crumbling Queenslander. Well, it certainly looks tidier. Maybe not. Rob fills us in on the latest developments.
So frame has just come to complete. Very happy with all the timber, very happy with my boys. It's probably my favourite part of the job because of all the Grey Construction boys are all carpenters, so that's just our cream of the job. This is where we smash it up. We've done it nice and quick and looking forward to the next stage. There's nothing old in the house. We ended up opting for new timber throughout, except for the upper level existing joists and the roof rafters. Reason being the hardwood, they've been there for a long time. They're a very strong timber member. I guess many project builders, they get timber from interstate, the bigger companies. It's just not realistic for building high-end homes like this. You need quality timber, you need it there when you want it. So a company like the SACE do exactly that. I've got a deadline that Andrew's given me. I need to stick to it.
We've grown from a little back blocks of Versace Timbers where we started as a little sawmill. Now we're basically a timber distributor. We've been dealing with Rob for a few years now. We help him out with takeoffs and we look at the plans and work out what timber's needed, cut it to size, grade it, treat it, and then we order it to what we need. They see value in a property and want to add to it. As you can see, multi-levels here, some great ideas with the swimming pool and the decks, and they've done a fantastic job and doing a fantastic job. And as long as they put the timber together correctly, it'll last 50, 60 years easy, if not more.
Just got to site, just the weekly site visit check-up on Rob. The main thing that jumped out at me is the master bedroom. You just walk in there. It's so much bigger than I thought. It's got the walk-in robe, could be another bedroom, it's that big. And the views over the hills is just amazing. Like waking up to that every morning, I think that's a real selling point for this house.
With the floorboards, lots of people say, stand and back, they look great. And yes, they do, but being a high-end home, there can't be any imperfections. We always opt to go straight over the top with a false floor, new timber floorboards.
So the most important decision we've got coming up is the kitchen. Because as most people know, the kitchen's probably where you want to spend your most money, and it's essentially the most important room in the house. Typically that's what will sell homes, so we've got to agree on a couple of details yet, which I think we will. We generally come to an agreement, so once we nut that out, we'll lock it in, and then all the decisions are pretty much made.
Coming up, the infinity pool sends Andrew's budget over the edge. And later, we reveal the finished house. We're here in beautiful Paddington to watch the transformation of this Queenslander. The front of the house is almost unrecognisable. I catch up with Andrew and Rob. So, boys, lots happened since we were here last time. We're calling it the water tank house.
Water tower house.
Why the water tower house?
Mate, top of Paddington Hill, there's
Yeah.
a water tower, which is located
there.
right there.
Okay.
Pretty sought after streets around here. Always wanted to build a house in this little area.
I feel a bit posh being here, but I don't. It doesn't look posh, to be honest. It looks absolutely dreadful. I mean, to be honest with
At
you,
the moment it does.
well, even the houses that are here, some of the old houses here, really, they need to be either pushed over or renovated, don't they?
I agree. Hopefully I can do them.
So the deal here now. Let me get this straight. Designing and building for someone who you've never met, this is going to appeal to. How do you do that?
I think most house flippers have a different opinion on this, but in my opinion and Andrew's opinion, we feel the kitchen is most important. So Andrew spends a lot of time getting that perfect.
Absolutely.
Master bedroom for sure, that's the person buying the house. And bathrooms are also very important, and the fittings and how it's laid out just appeals. So fixtures and fittings, it came time now, the frame's finished, so I had to ask Andrew what he wanted to do with the plumbing. The plumbers need their gear to rough in.
We've done it on a couple of houses now. We're sort of liking the matte black fixtures. It's like
This is really big now, isn't it?
yeah, it's pretty popular now with the high-end market. So we've done it on a couple of houses. We're doing it again here.
Great. Cabinetry, what are you thinking?
We've had a look at this as well. So I think we're just going to go with the timber veneer
Great.
2-pack. Seems to work well. So I think we'll just stick with that. And,
Okay.
It appeals to a broad market, so it's always a safe bet.
Well, the pressure's on to get this right. I mean, you might have the perfect buyer and they don't like your choices. You're going to be in big trouble.
That's why you
that's
can't
it.
go too crazy, even though we would love to, because if someone doesn't like something, they don't like something. So you got to try and keep it as neutral as possible, but we tend to push the boundaries.
Okay, the pool is in. Now, this has been a drama.
Yeah, it has caused us a few issues. I think we slightly underestimated it just because of the slope of the block. We originally budgeted around 60 grand for the pool, which we thought was plenty, but it actually blew out to around 80 grand. So
Could you have not had a pool?
No way, has to have a pool. With a view like this, I just think it's crucial just with the sale price.
Because a luxury home is not a luxury home without a pool.
Exactly,
He's on your back because he's worried about this making profit.
correct.
I can't see it looking that good, to be honest. In the state it's in. Is it going to make a profit?
I believe it will. Time is also very crucial. So the longer I'm building, the more money it costs. So
And what are we thinking? Have we got a golden figure we're after?
that's the money question. Don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot there and say too low, but it's
Okay.
north of the 2 million.
That is great. Who would have thought? I mean, just a very simple, like the one next door, a very simple weatherboard home,
Yeah,
renovated like this is going to fetch in excess of $2 million.
yeah, that's it.
Well, not long now. After the break, we can finally reveal this finished house. Well, the day is finally here. I catch up with Rob and Andrew for a tour of this finished home.
welcome back.
Thank you, mate. This is amazing. You guys are in.
Yep, it's all done.
So you're living here now?
Not now. We've actually sold it a couple of months before finish, which we're really, really happy about.
Oh, you're kidding me.
So we didn't even get a chance to live here, unfortunately.
What a shame, because I mean, well, I haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet, but it looks pretty amazing from what I can see through there.
Right.
My goodness,
Yep.
that is so beautiful. So, price. Did you get a good price for it?
We think we could have got a little bit more if we took it to market, but we just wanted to play it safe. We had a good offer, so we sold it for $2,050,000. Took the offer and moved on to the next project.
You happy with that?
Yep, we can always build another one.
All right, enough talk. Let's go and see the action, shall we? Have a
Let's do
welcome. Okay. I can't tell where the old house ends and the new one starts. So the old house ended here.
Yep, so it was an old cottage. It was a 2-level house to begin with, so it was a double level lift, which is quite difficult. But basically what we did is the master bedroom is upstairs, which we're going to show you soon. And then down here we extended for the main living.
Yep.
And then downstairs is another living with the pool.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of a reputation for taking the worst houses in Brisbane and turning them into something special. So
I love the outlook. This is fantastic. I mean, imagine working here in the kitchen
Yep.
and, that's your view.
yeah.
This is fantastic.
You're at the top of the hill here, so you sort of look down on everyone. You've got your privacy, so that's good. You've got no neighbours looking in, so it just gives you that feel of, I guess,
Openness.
space and openness.
Now, what's this up here? This is really clever because it kind of makes this. It's like a cafe feel, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit tricky when design came because we had a height issue because of the slope.
We couldn't get a super high ceiling in this section, so we thought, well, why not? If it's low, let's make it a feature because you're going to be looking straight at it. Okay. So we cladded it with spotted gum, which matches the floors, and we tied in this marble and the black fixtures and lights, and it just comes together really well. So it's a pretty common combo, not common in high-end houses. It really goes well together. Colours of timber, natural timber, white, black, marble goes really, really well together.
Yeah.
You know, you can do anything in that range, so you don't have to stick to particular fixtures. So
you guys got some exposure recently. I mean, you're getting a lot of media attention.
yeah, I guess it's got to do with the you know, how bad it was to begin with. You know, there's lots of people that build nice houses, but you know, not often start where it started. So that definitely helped it.
When you come and see the end product, everyone loves it when they come inside. It's got a great feel.
So this, I mean, we just picked this up out the front in the driveway,
A couple of hours ago, we found that on the driveway.
and there you are.
Every house in Brisbane today, yeah.
Wow. Material. Now, what is this product here? Is this a real marble?
Yep. So this is marble. It's called Super White. It's not quite white, but that's the name for it. But yeah, it's really busy and really unique. I don't think I've ever seen it in a house before. But
Is that what you were thinking here with, you know, just the clean lines and stuff?
yeah, like I guess we had to get in the head of our buyer, and I guess you really needed a nice layout and yeah, really cool kitchen,
Yep.
master bedroom, which is I think the highlight of the house.
We haven't seen that yet.
I'd love to show you.
Can we check it out?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Wow, this looks amazing. So what have we got? This is a massive bath. This is huge.
Yep, it's amazing. I love it. It was really, really difficult to find the round bath. You know, all those hours we searched and called. We found the suppliers, and they are awesome. I highly recommend them.
Rob was looking for that circular plunge pool sort of space. So we have 126 different types of baths. We managed to specify this one for him. It fitted the size, fitted the outlook, and this is what we got today with the Valentina motor range. Well, they're made of 25mm acrylic. It's a heavy gauge acrylic. Basically means that it's going to retain heat a lot better, and it's going to increase its structural stability. It looks modern, sleek, it looks amazing. It basically makes the room, because once you walk in, it goes bang.
Rob's gone for a little bit of luxury here, so we've gone for a high-end type of toilet with an in-wall cistern. It gives that more of an upmarket aesthetic. So it is a totally rimless design. It hasn't got a rim at all. The buttons are black, so that works very well with the background. And look, the white is just beautiful too. So it's very clean, and you know, it just looks lovely. Yeah. We've got a whole research and development department. We have industrial designers and constantly finding creative ways to make water work well for us. What we've developed now is a 4.5 3-litre dual flush. Now it's great for Australian conditions, and we do design for Australian conditions. So we need to save water. We're flushing the toilets all the time.
So next we head outside, where Rob tells me more about the owners.
You couldn't ask for a better person to buy the house. Like ever since then, been good friends, and they're really nice people. So
Great.
it's nice having those sort of people, knowing that they're enjoying the house that you spent so much time and effort on.
Now, obviously, what's going on here is everyone's got onto the same idea.
It's busy
There's
street.
construction going everywhere around here.
Yeah, it's busy. There's like 4 sites there, 2 there, 2 there. It's just
I think we've started a trend.
Yeah, well, they probably heard what you got for it. They're probably thinking we can get the same sort of price. Do you kind of feel a bit disappointed you didn't take it to market and see what you could have got for it? Because you probably could have got more.
Yeah, like you always have that. You wish you had that feeling of it, like the excitement. But I guess there wouldn't be anything worse than if it sat there for a while. So I guess because we do it on an ongoing basis, and something it's the safe move, and it's a no-brainer.
Okay, so now we've only seen 2 levels. Now there's 4 levels here, right?
Yes.
So we've got 2 more to go.
Yep.
Okay, so where to next?
All right, let's go downstairs.
So are the owners in yet?
Yeah, they actually moved in a couple of weeks ago, so they're in the place enjoying it right now.
Oh wow, gee, they're so lucky. And have they give you any feedback, Rob, about what you could have done better?
No, I've been pretty positive. I don't know, they might not just be telling me.
In fact, this whole floor is really for the kids' space.
Yeah, well, that was the plan. We sort of separate the parents, have their sort of own suite up the top, and then down the bottom we've got the kids' retreat. We've got a couple of bedrooms, their bathroom, their own play area. So this is sort of the area they can mess up.
Yeah.
And then you keep the rest of the house looking presentable, and it all works really well.
So I guess this is like upstairs is for the adults outdoor eating space, and I guess this is the kids' space.
Yeah, it is. So like polished concrete inside, big tiled space out here that's connected to the pool. So
Beautiful.
you know, it's just set up so you can't really do much damage down here. Just
Yeah, nice. Yeah, this is where the house gets a real architectural look.
It does.
I mean, looking back from here, you can see all the timber and the beautiful shape of the back of it.
Yeah.
In fact, the back is really the hero of this house.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's everyone's favourite shot, looking at the back from down the bottom. So it's turned out really well.
Well, I did hear on the grapevine before I got here that you did get just over $2 million for the house. And to tell you the truth, when I first arrived, it's pretty unimpressive from the front, isn't it? Because it's
Yeah, it's a bit of a conceal and reveal sort of house.
It is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but it's just come up such an absolute treat.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have done an amazing job, and thank you so much for letting us come on the journey with you.
That's all right.
I gives us time to have a beer and just enjoy the moment.
That's it.
Right?
Sounds
do it.
good to me.
No worries. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Good
Thanks
on
for
you.
coming.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Once again, these two brothers have shown they can turn any hellhole into a modern masterpiece, perfect for a new family. It was definitely worth the challenge.